Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're okay. Today we're going to be looking at combining semiquavers and quavers together to create some new fills. So let's grab our sticks and let's go do this. Okay, before we get started, actually, do I use okay too many times in this video? I think I possibly do use the word okay too many times. Right, so before we get started, quick disclaimer, I think that's the right word to use here. 16th notes, 8th notes, quavers, semiquavers. I tend to bounce between those terminologies, those phrases, those words all the time. Quavers are also known as 8th notes. Semiquavers are also known as 16th notes. I will try and keep the same words all the way through the video lesson, but if I do accidentally bounce from one to the other, now you know what I'm talking about. It's a good idea to learn both of the words for the note types anyway. Depending which video you're watching, which teacher you're with, which musicians you're working with, will depend which words they use. And anyone who's had lessons with me before knows that I tend to bounce between them all the time. Another word you might hear me use today is subdivision, or specifically one beat subdivision. What do I mean by that? Well, a subdivision is breaking something down into smaller parts that add up to the same amount. So let me give you another example. Let's think about money. So a pound, that can be a pound coin, that could be 2 50p's or 10 10-pence pieces or 5 20s, or any combination of those that adds back up to a pound. One beat subdivisions are the same thing. It's notes that when you put them together add back up to one beat. So today, the two one-beat subdivisions we'll be looking at are 4 semiquavers and 2 quavers. Okay, so our first fill is going to start with 4 semiquavers, then 2 quavers, then 4 semiquavers and 2 quavers. I'm going to play this on a loop at 70 beats per minute. Try and play along with me if you can, but if you can't, don't worry, pause the video, practice it for as long as you need, and then come back and join me again, and we'll move on from there. Here's the first fill. Here's an orchestration idea for that fill. This is just one of my ideas. You can use this one or you can come up with your own. Now that we're comfortable with that fill, let's put it in a 3-1 resolve. I'm going to play this at 70 again, and I'm going to put a crash at the beginning of the resolve. See if you can play along with me if you can. If not, feel free to pause the video and practice it on your own, that's fine. Okay, so this time I've reversed that fill. So I'm going to start with the 2 quavers and then play the 4 semiquavers, and then repeat that again in the second half of the bar. You know the drill. Here it comes, 70 beats per minute. Play along if you can. If not, pause the video and practice it until you're ready. Another orchestration idea for this fill, here it comes. And here it is again as part of a 3-1 resolve. Same resolve as last time, crash cymbal at the beginning, 3 bars quaver groove, and then the fill. Here we go. There are 14 different ways you can combine quavers and semiquavers together in a 1-bar fill. We've looked at 2 of them today. That means there's 12 left. How many can you find? Okay, so what are the applications for what we've been looking at today? Well, the track Ain't No Mountain High Enough, that has some great examples of combining semiquavers and quavers and a few other subdivisions together as well. John Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer has a great semiquaver and quaver fill near the beginning. It's actually only a 1/2-bar fill, so I've cheated a bit including that one, but you get the idea. It's a really good example of how these fills can be used to great effect. What have we learnt today? Well, we've been looking at 1-beat subdivisions, breaking something down into smaller bits that add up to 1 beat. There are normally 4 of those subdivisions in a bar. We've looked at how fills don't have to be made up of the same type of note. There's nothing wrong with playing a fill that's all semiquavers or all quavers, and that's fine. But you can combine those together. As long as it adds up to 1 bar, 4 beats, you can put them in any order you like and orchestrate them however you want. Okay, that's it for today's lesson on combining semiquaver and quaver fills. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, stick a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Take care, guys. Enjoy your drumming, and I'll catch you at the next one.